Happy 4th of July, everyone. This is the 4th of July special. Wow, baby, you should have told them Happy 4th of July. How rude. Nah, she told you guys in a different take. Today we're going to be doing a tier list for the new Stranger... Well, not the new season. We're going to be doing a tier list for the characters. Because the new season just came out, and Stranger Things is topical right now. And it's even more fresh on her brain because she just watched all of the seasons, as well as I just watched the season 4 with her. So yeah, she's gonna be I'm gonna primarily trust her judgment on these characters, and I'll chime in.
I don't know about that.
The best I can. So let's see who we got here. First, we got Nancy.
I'm gonna say love them for Nancy. You're probably gonna say not a big fan, but I like you, I guess. If I had to guess what you were gonna say.
This is why I wanted you to do it, because I'm pretty indifferent on a lot of these.
That's what I'm saying. You'd probably...
She's not bad, but...
Yeah. I love her. She's a girl boss. She's the tiniest little bitch, but she's always got this big ass shotgun. Meanwhile, everyone else has made some kind of homemade fucking nail bat or nails in a fucking garbage can lid. Like, they just all have these contraptions, and she just always has a fucking gun. Like, she's just like, I got arms, bitch. So I love her.
I just look at Nancy. What I always comes to my mind is, damn, she's hungry. She's gotta eat something. Like, really, she is so fucking skinny. Like, usually when you see people this skinny, they're like sick or starving or something. I mean, of course, there's people who are just naturally very skinny, but yeah, her body fat percentage is like, yeah, very. But whatever. Okay, so next we got
Babes.
Steve. Yes, I don't even understand like that. This was a pre-made list. She liked it.
It has not. I'm assuming that Babes is supposed to be like they are just flawless, not like they're attractive. I don't think it has anything to do with their attractiveness. But I love Steve.
He at the top.
He had the greatest character arc in such a short amount of time. You really saw how he played the character change. Like, he literally went from preppy schoolboy. He wasn't like a jock. Like, he wasn't mean necessarily. His other friend was, but Steve was always like Mr. Popular. And then he wasn't, and then he like quickly humbled himself. Like, he wasn't like what most people go through when they go through that. Like, those types of people, they go through like this angry fucking phase where they're not at the top anymore. They're just pieces of shit. I mean, like, straight up. But he never went through that. He actually changed in his whole speech with Nancy in the last season about, you know, having the wake-up call, getting slapped in the face. I love his character. I love him being the babysitter. I love his dynamic with Nancy, with Robin, with everyone, the kids, like, with Eddie, with Dustin. Like, he's just a great character.
Yeah. The writers are obviously very aware of all of that too, and the actor, I guess, pulls a lot of that because this character was allegedly supposed to die in the first season, but they kept him around because they liked him so much. And yeah, I like him too. You know, I mean, you can tell. I don't want to say it gets annoying. It's gonna sound like I don't like the show. I do like the show. But you can tell that the writers do like pander to that with him a little bit, with like, oh, we're gonna do a cute Dustin and Steve scene right now because we know the fans love that, you know, which is fine. But sometimes it feels like, okay, guys, you know, but no, I think he's great, and also with his romance with Nancy too. I was gonna say characters like this that try to move in on like somebody who's in a relationship, like after it's over, like Jonathan and Nancy, when he's trying to move in on that. Usually I'm against that, but I like the character of Steve so much, I'm like, yeah, man, go for it, go ahead, get back in there.
Me too, you know? I was like, kiss her,
yeah.
even though she was in a relationship. Yeah. I just feel like the long distance and her, well, we won't even talk about that. I just feel like they're not going to work out. She needs to get back with Steve. Period.
Yeah, I for sure the writers will definitely pair her up with Steve in the final season.
They're in game.
Let's see, Robin. Oh man, for me, I just want her to fucking die personally. She's so fucking annoying. I know this is primarily her thing, but I just had to get out of the way. I can't stand Robin's character. Talks so much and just in such a, and there's characters like that where it's like fine, but it's just always with her, and it annoys the personal fuck out of me. Yeah, I don't like anything about her character.
I almost want to just put her here. I really, really, really love Robin. I love the way that she rambles on when she's nervous, and I love that. I love her storyline with Steve, where he is trying to teach her how to pick up girls because she's gay, and they don't shove her gayness in your face, which I thank Netflix for.
Yeah, that's Will's whole character arc right now.
She is her own person. She has her own personality. Gay is just a part of it. Other TV shows make gay the personality, and it's overbearing, and it's not. It leaves them with nothing. But I like Robin's character.
Yeah, the thing for her is that she's self-aware about how much she fucking talks, and she still does it. Like, if they didn't make a point to her to be like, oh, I know I'm talking a lot, I know I do that, sorry. Like, knowing you do it and not stopping is what bothers me. You know, there's characters like that can work, but the actress, I don't know what it is, she ain't doing it for me.
Maya Hawke.
Who
Erica.
The fuck is this? Erica.
Babes. Erica, I fucking love Erica. She's so badass. She's always got something witty to say. She is that sister. Like, she is literally that fucking sister that when people think of, I got a smart ass little sister who will get in everyone's business, that is Erica. Like, and she plays it perfectly. Yes. I love her character. She's awesome. Just
a lot of that dialogue, she puts so much, I don't know, pizzazz to it. Whatever you want to call it. Yeah, she does so well with that. If you're this chick's like parents, I feel bad for you because she has, she can shit talk you for sure.
Love them.
Billy? You love Billy?
I love Billy. Not Babes.
Oh, love. Sorry, I wouldn't remember because, like I said, she's seen everything recently. Me, it's been, of course, years and years for the past seasons, but surprising. Obviously,
he was a major douchebag when we first met him, and yeah, that's unforgivable. But obviously, he was going through his own shit. He just did have a big turnaround with Max and with the Mind Flayer in the end of season 4.
He's a racist, babe. You like the racist? He's a racist. Did he ever come to terms with his racism though? He didn't.
And I rewatched it. He didn't say anything racist. He just said people like that. He didn't say people. I mean, it could have been, but anyway.
Was he talking about like, oh, they're video game players?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Maybe, but it just seems like, you know.
He adds a lot of character to Max, and without him, this season would not have been the season that it was. And he pulls a lot of emotion in, even in that small turnaround that he had, and it still plays like a huge part in the rest of the show. So I love his character. He was an asshole, and it's, like I said, unforgivable because he was like a major asshole, but it is what it is. I still love his character.
Okay, and then
Babes.
Mr. Johnny Depp.
Mr. Steal everyone on the internet's heart. Everyone is fucking mourning and grieving over Eddie because he was the new character with so much personality and like the 80s alternative, like perfect model, like that. They did his character so fucking well, and even going as far as to like him have not been able to graduate and stuff like that. Like
I like those things about him too. I just wish the thing about his character that didn't set well was his death was stupid. I think we both said that. His death was kind of stupid.
Well, yeah. Anyway, I was gonna keep talking about him for a second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
His dynamic with even Steve and Will and Dustin, like with the kids and encouraging them to be freaks, like I really like that. And I like how he talks about like when you came to high school, we came and fished you out. Like we knew that you belonged here. And at the end, he was telling Dustin to never change. Like just stay the freak. It doesn't matter what people think of you. That's you. And I love the picture that they use for him because he's just... And his whole scene with Chrissy, oh my god, he has so much character. This actor played him so well, the character himself, like, it just... I'm so sad that he's gone. Yeah. Argyle, I'm just going to say not a big fan, but I like you. He was the comedic relief, but they did do it well, and he was like the perfect stoner guy for an 80s movie, and most of the shit that he said was pretty fucking funny. So I liked him, but I feel like those top 2 tiers are going to be reserved for some special characters. So
yeah,
I'm gonna leave right there.
I feel so bad for this actor though. I saw, and I'm sure this happens more commonly than what we realize, but I saw a video of the actor he was getting in a photo shoot with the rest of the cast, the main cast, and the paparazzis were telling him like, get out of the shot, get out of the way, you know, because they wanted the main the main cast. And yeah, it was really sad. But I think David Hopper like told him like, you know, don't listen to him, just you stay in the picture. So that was nice. The fucking mom
feels nothing mom. About them. That's Will's mom. I don't really care about her. She got her own fucking poster for this season apparently, and people were thinking, oh, something's gonna happen with Will's mom. It's gonna be major. Like maybe she'll save Nancy from. I mean, but there was nothing. Like I don't give a fuck about this bitch. Just that's pretty much all I gotta say. Yeah,
for such a minor role, though, think about it. She's probably still getting paid like huge bucks. Like she's probably getting paid like what a main actor does on another show. You know,
on a smaller TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it almost like they were gonna do something big with her, like about to fuck Billy, but she never did. So her character died right then and there. Like there was just nothing else to her.
A big thing people say like the parents are so stupid this season. I remember that's shot right there in this picture. She's looking at Billy. She's giving him the eye. She's gonna come fuck me eye. Okay. This guy. Die.
He had no redemption for me. The shit he said at the end, I don't give a fuck.
Same, yeah. It seemed like it was supposed to make you, but it really didn't. And it didn't for 11 either, so. Doug? What was that guy's name? Was it Doug? Maybe I messed you up by saying
his name. I love them. I think you did mess me up by saying his name. His death was so sad. It's going to bother me that I can't remember his name, but it almost is a little bit annoying, but I get how that's how death is supposed to make you feel. Like, obviously, when him and Joyce were first dating, he was always like, let me come over, let me help you, I'll drive you, I'll take you out to dinner. And she was like, nah. And then she was like super tore up when he died. I was surprised at how tore up she was just because of the way that the relationship looked. You know, before it just didn't really look like anything super like loving. Now it is, and flashbacks, and the few flashbacks that she had this season, which I think there was like 2 or 3, she has like super loving flashbacks about him like spending time and watching TV and blah 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 blah. But
that was in season 4 or season 3?
This past season, she had a flashback. They were sitting on a couch eating, and then in the real life, she was also sitting on the couch. So she like. Sitting on the couch eating made her think of when they anyway.
Man, she wasn't thinking of Hopper, Fresh Dead. She's saying him. I don't remember that, but that's why I got you to do this with me. But yeah, I like that actor. He was in like a old Adam Sandler movie. I liked 51st Dates. He played a funny character. I think he played Doug in that show actually, and that's why. And in that movie, that's why I remember him as Doug, because he was like he played like an on steroids kind of guy, and he had like a lisp. It's funny. But anyway, Joyce.
I love Joyce. I think that she's been through so much.
Yeah, she's a likable actress.
She has. Winona Ryder is just phenomenal, and she plays Joyce well, and I couldn't see Joyce being anyone else, and I don't have any problem with anything her character's done or any of the relationships she holds with the other characters. She's just a solid person.
Good actress. I swear to God, I thought for the longest time Winona Ryder was dead. So it was just me. I must get her. I think I get her mixed up with a different actress sometimes, but I swear you didn't see her in anything from like the 90s until Stranger Things. And I thought I swear to God I saw a ghost when I saw her appear on Stranger Things. I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, this guy, did he die? I was thinking, did he die? His fate was left open-ended. We don't know what happened to him.
We don't know. I'm just not a big fan, but I guess I like you. Or
he came around.
Yeah. I don't think it feels good to put him in the other one, so I think I'm gonna put him in there. Yeah, I like how he was the only one who had common sense. Like, she's obviously very powerful, and she's grown, like, more grown, whatever. We can't keep her here against her will. What good is that going to do for us, using her? Like, if she wants to help us, she will help us, and that is the best help that we can get. But if you force her, then it's not even really going to be help. Yeah. And I mean, yeah, he was just cool. He was chill, was there to get the job done, was obviously betrayed, but you know what? It is what it is.
Maybe we'll see more of him next season. He'll come even more around. Murray, now that's another one. I'm just gonna say off the gate. Maybe you're different, but he's almost with Robin for me in terms of light, because an annoying. He doesn't feel like a real character. He just feels and he would be fine to a degree, but they make him kind of so over the top. I kind of lost him there. So over the top, where it's like, I don't believe anybody would really act like this. Like, you feel like you're out of a sitcom or something, or just. But then he does have elements where I like, but then they do this shit with him, this kind of silly shit, and I'm just like, all right, you're losing me here.
I like him, and I think I like him because he's so cartoonish. I mean, people who are like way into conspiracy theories, like the nuts, they are like that, and he plays it well.
Yeah, it's fine in moderation for me. Moderation.
I mean, yeah, he's not like a main character or anything to me, but I do really enjoy his character and the way that he's basically pushed Joyce and Hopper, like, just fuck already, man. Like, just... Yeah. And
then Vecna, for me, absolutely is going to be... I don't feel like this is a correct labeling. Or maybe, I guess, bad guys or villains that I like. But he's absolutely killer.
Whatever the S tier is.
Yeah, absolutely killer villain. I've heard people say he's going to blow up and be as iconic as something like Pennywise, and I absolutely agree. He's a killer villain. Mm-hmm. No pun intended there, I guess.
He had such an amazing character arc set up as to why he's a villain, the background story, the way that everything connected and tied together. Duffer Brothers, Netflix really outdid themselves. I really, really enjoy his character. I don't know, there's just not really much to say.
Something so interesting about the Duffer Brothers, too, just as a side note, because you mentioned them. You know, I looked at their IMDb page, BD, whatever. They only had like a small list, just small jobs, like just writing, just like an episode for like NCIS or something like that. Like no big project, and then they boom landed Stranger Things. Hardly any experience. Super crazy. But yeah, Vecna, not only what you said, but as well as he's just a super intimidating villain too, with the way that he kills you. It's very rare for something in TV or movies to make me look at that and be like, oh god, I don't want that to happen to me. It scares me. But whenever I see Vecna and think of what he can do, I'm like, yeah, I don't want that to fucking happen to me, you know? So, absolutely awesome. Probably feel nothing about him. Feel nothing about him.
Yeah, I liked him in the beginning seasons because he was like the only person at the school that the kids could talk to, but we haven't seen him since like season 2, so he's just gonna have to go down there.
I like that actor though. He's in a new show I'm watching called Catch Fire, but that's a side note.
Feels nothing.
Okay.
I would put the dad in fucking boring, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't feel anything about either one of those cops. They have
this cop?
Yeah. They are like partners with each other, and obviously they work under Hopper, but just it's not enough.
I would have liked to see more of a relationship between this guy and Hopper. It felt like there was potential, maybe in season 5, since Hopper's finally back in Hawkins, you know.
I'm gonna get fucking murdered for saying that, but I feel nothing about Barb. I'm sorry.
Anything about Barb?
I know a lot of people were like, justice for Barb, like we just fucking like just ran over her death because it was all about Will, and we did, like they did in Hawkins until the end, where they did start to make a more of a big deal about the secret stuff going on. I think they had something about a leak is what killed her, like that was the cover up or whatever. But I if I were Nancy's friend and I were Barb, yes, I would be concerned that she was hanging out with Steve. You know, Mr. Popular is only trying to get in everyone's panties or whatever, but I'm gonna still be like, if that's what you want to do, girl, do it. I'm out. I'll see you tomorrow. Tell me the deets. Like, that's your friend. You're not supposed to put them down. It was almost like slut-shaming a little bit. Like, if she's going to do it, she's going to do it. And you're just going to make her feel weird about it if you say something. Like, just...
Yeah.
They're teenagers. I mean, she really liked Steve at the time, and she didn't know any better.
I don't remember enough, but I can just kind of look at her and be like, she's one of those characters who... Or there's people that are like this, that are, like, kind of nerdy or... I don't know, just outcast to a degree, but they also ask for that to a certain degree. Like, you don't have to quite be so strange, you know? Like, it's just, you could come over to our side just a little bit.
Right,
you know?
They are so isolated in this nerd loner box that they cannot, anytime that they're not in it, it's an issue. Like,
yeah. Okay, I don't remember her.
Feels nothing. That's Eleven's sister.
Yeah.
She's number 8, I think.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like they threw her in there for literally nothing. Like they almost made it seem like she had a big backstory with her, and then they were like, no.
Yeah, season 2 and 3 had a lot of criticism, so I'm not surprised.
Hopper, of course, babes, love his character. He's phenomenal. I mean, he is probably one of my favorite characters in the show.
Yeah.
He's just the whole prison, the first prison attempt, escape, whatever. That episode was fucking wild on Hooper's side. He deserves so much, man. He's been through so much. It's just, yeah, I love his character. He's awesome.
He's definitely the good guy, hero of the whole story, so he's great. Lexi, I'm surprised. Did this guy die? I'm surprised they didn't bring him back. He died?
He died. I'll remind you how he died. He was so cute because, first off, it was immediately cute right off the bat when Hopper let him leave. They gave him the keys to unlock himself, and they had the keys to the car, and he was like, yeah, you can go. Like, go back to the Russians and go tell them that we let you free or whatever. And Murray and Joyce were like, you're going to let him go? Like, he's the only one who knows about where the gate's at. Like, you're going to really let him go? Mm-hmm. And he was like, he's not going to go. And he did come back kind of with his tail tucked in because he knew that if he went back to the Russians alive, they're going to think that he flapped his mouth and they were going to kill him regardless. So, they start hanging out and they're drinking the ICC. And Murray takes him to the fair.
Okay.
Murray takes him to the fair, and that big, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger motherfucker, that Russian dude that was trying to kill all of them, he killed Alexei. Just came up with a silencer and just shot him. And right after he had won that big stuffed animal, that he was doing the dart.
Did he drop his slushie too when they killed him? Was he carrying a slushie?
No, I don't remember what he was carrying, but Murray had went to get a corn dog, and they came back and he had gotten shot.
Yeah, this guy was a meme on the internet in 2019. You saw that fucking face everywhere.
I don't feel anything about Susie. Her song sequence with Dustin was funny and iconic.
We actually got to see her in person too in season 4.
Yeah, we got to see her more, but yeah.
You love this guy.
I love Enzo. His real name's like something. They said it like one singular time. One of the Russians' guards called him that because Enzo is not his name. Enzo is the name of the restaurant that Joyce and Hopper were supposed to go to. The one that Hopper went to, and Joyce stood him up because of the fucking magnets falling off her fridge. Enzo's was the name of the restaurant, so he was referred to as Enzo, but that's not his name. Everybody calls him Enzo.
Yeah, she watched season 4 twice over, actually, so she caught a lot more than I did.
I like his character. I like the way that he obviously helped Hopper. I like his dynamic with Yuri. With Murray, I liked him. I don't know how they introduced him, almost under the rug, under the table. They introduced him so easily, he just eased in. It wasn't anything like, okay, who's this guy? He's gonna be a main character or whatever. No, they did it well. I don't know if we're gonna see him again because we didn't really.
Yeah, did he come back to America?
Did he stay in Russia?
Probably.
Are they still looking for him? Yeah. Obviously, but obviously everyone in the prison was also dead, so maybe they're assumed. I don't know. I'm curious, but I did really enjoy his character. So
couldn't stay in Russia, couldn't go to America, so yeah, I don't know if they'll bring him back or not, but yeah, he was all right.
Die.
Is that who is it?
That's Jason.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was way fucking strung out. I thought he was on fucking crack or something.
He was probably just had not slept or ate in days trying to avenge Chrissy's death, even though he saw with his own eyes his fellow teammate die like that. But he really was just on this horse of Eddie is satanic and he's possessed by Satan, and that's why that happened.
Yeah, and I can see why he would think that because of some of the stuff he saw. Who knows what I would think if I fucking came in here and saw you floating in there and your mom standing behind you. I'd just probably assume your mom was a fucking witch or something. But, still, he just, I guess you weren't supposed to like that character, and you don't. So, who is this? Is that? Oh,
Henry.
Okay. I guess he just goes right there. So.
I think that's pretty much his fucking...
His alter ego. I don't know who this is.
Stacy, I think, is what her name is. It's Eleven's bully.
Oh my God! Then die for her. Jesus Christ!
She's the meanest bully I've ever seen.
She's a bigger villain than fucking Vecna, I think. I mean, she was a bitch.
Yeah.
And that was a complaint, not just among us, but other people for the first half of season 4 that these bullies just felt like, you know, just way over the top. Mike, what do you think? I know what I think.
Mike.
He's boring, man. He's boring. So
I think he's a bad friend. I mean,
he's a bad friend because he won't.
He's
suck
a bad
dick.
boyfriend too. He's a bad boyfriend and a bad friend.
How's he a bad boyfriend? Could you imagine having me like fucking throwing shit across the room? How are you gonna deal with me?
No, I mean, he just wouldn't even tell Eleven that he loved her anymore. He was just being a piece of shit because I don't know why. I mean, we heard what he had to say at the end, but I don't think that was reason enough to no longer tell your significant other that you love them. Anyway,
I can get how you can feel kind of insecure with that. Kind of like reminds me of Huey and Starlight from The Boys, if you watch that. But
I also feel like he just completely dumped all of his friends for 11, which happens in when you get in a new relationship. But over time, you know, you start getting back into hanging out with your friends and, you know, getting away from your partner. And even like, I don't know, she just like... I get, he also said, like, we're growing up, like, we're not just going to be doing the same shit, but he just, like, completely dumped his friends. Like, I know they still hung out, but it just was not the same. Not how it was supposed to be, in my opinion.
Yeah, I also think for him to be kind of like the main poster child, I said this in my review for season 4, part 2, he has, like, some of the least to do. Like, they say he's the heart of the show and all that, but I don't really feel that, you know? Just doesn't really have much to do. And also, I don't think Finn Wolfhard aged into the strongest actor out of all these. Some people just do that, like Chandler Riggs from Walking Dead. He was really good when he was younger, and I think Finn Wolfhard was better when he was younger, but then he grew up and, I don't know, teenage awkwardness or something like that set in. So yeah, where do you want to put him? Boring?
Yeah, I mean, I can't even put not a big fan, but I like you. I don't like him. I'm like at a blank fucking 0 with him. Like, I'm not in the negative, but I just... There's nothing. There is nothing.
11?
Love them.
I really like 11's character a lot. My only issue with it is just the publicity of Millie Bobby Brown is her name. Apparently, I don't know if there's any validity to it. Everything, most of the stuff that I've seen, I mean, maybe there's some stuff where she was a little kid and excited and, I don't know, over-talking her castmates, or I don't really know, but I've just heard that she's not a very likable actress. Again, I don't know what all that, the validity or how valid any of that is, but that's the only thing that kind of unfairly trumps her character for me, because I always look at her and I think, yeah, you like this, but I do like the character, right?
I really like her character. I like how, regardless of
the real life stuff, you gotta take that out.
Not that. Regardless of the fact that she was raised in a fucking cell, basically, in a office setting, doctor's office cell as a fucking lab rat, she still makes good decisions. Like, she still has her, a solid conscience, like what's good and what's bad. I feel like when you are raised in a really bad environment, something like this or anything that's more probable nowadays, like, you know, divorced parents, whatever you want to say, like anything where your childhood would be bad, you start to lose that sense of direction. That's where they say, oh, well, they're a troubled kid or whatever, you know, but she's not like that, and I like that. She always knows what's good and what's right, and even if she sounds kind of stupid saying, you know, friends don't lie, she's right. I mean, she was always telling the truth to her friends, and I like her character. She's very faithful and honest.
Yeah, and I like her character a lot too. And again, with Millie Bobby Brown, I don't know, you know, if there's any truth to any of that. I mean, you know, she could just be fine. She was really young whenever she was thrown into all this stuff too. So, but why does she talk like that though? I don't understand. Why does she talk like that?
She doesn't have any education.
But would you talk like that if you didn't go to school? Like, if I was talking to you every day, I never went to school, I'd probably end up talking like you, and she's talked to people.
I mean, she can talk, but it's like a toddler. I mean, she's not gonna... That's why she was always asking, like, what the big words meant. She can say basic sentences, and she can understand what you're saying and pick up on emotions and stuff, but she didn't even know what love was. I mean, she didn't have any kind of...
Very, very sheltered. Okay, and then what was this?
Dustin, babes. I love Dustin.
Yeah.
I love his character. I don't even know how to explain it. There's just something about him that has like this, not like an idiotic in a sense, but like a pure, like he is just a sunshine. That is Dustin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I like his relationship with Steve. He had a good relationship with this guy. And, I was going to say with Eleven, her relationship with Hopper is one of the best on the show for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, Dustin's great. Good actor. Plays him, Gatton, right? So,
yeah.
All right, and then...
Not a big fan, but I like you.
Yeah.
I think he's always just been a pretty neutral character for me. He's pretty good with his buddies, and he's always been pretty good with Max. But this last season was really excelled everyone for me. Like, everyone except for Will. His acting in the last episode was just phenomenal. His relationship with Max, before, after, during all of the shit going on, it was really good. It was like pure good acting. Apparently some of those lines when she was all, you know, decrepit and shit was improvised, and that's phenomenal.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah, he did a really good job at the end there, for sure. So, and then what's her name?
Max.
Really?
I fucking love Max.
I thought she was kind of like annoying at first, annoyingly like abrasive. She can be sometimes, but at the same time, I did sympathize with her in 4, going through her anxiety and having the bravery to go through the stuff with Vecna like she did, you know, because I'd be fucking tore up. But then again, she was suicidal. She wanted to die anyway, right?
I really felt with her character. I mean, I was the same when I was in middle school and high school. Just put my fucking earbuds in, blast the music, don't talk to anyone, and leave as soon as I can. Like, that's just how it was. So I completely relate, and I love her character. And those scenes were so emotionally pulling. So she is awesome. She really did great.
Okay, and then Will?
I love Will. I feel like he deserves more, I don't even know what to call it. Like, I don't want to say character advancement because his character has advanced, but it's like there's something big coming in the next season with him. There just has to be. There's
he's gonna come out as gay.
Not even about that. I mean, with everything. Like, there's just every season there's something with him that is untouched or doesn't get resolved or is just like burrowing, and I'm ready for it to come out. Like, this man's has gone through it. I'm ready for all that shit. If he went on a fucking massacre, I'd be like, bro, I don't blame you. Like, he is just, it's a lot.
Yeah, wrap it back around to season 1 with him at the end there, maybe. I think that actor too. I mean, all the actors are very good to be so young, but I think Will's actor has probably improved the most. You know. From the first season, but yeah, okay, so his brother Jonathan,
boring.
I agree, man.
I like the relationship with
Will.
Jonathan is the best with Will.
Yeah.
I don't really even care about his relationship with Nancy. I mean, fuck, the way that it started, he was taking pictures of her getting undressed. That is creepy. I mean, regardless of, you know, how they are now, that was fucking creepy.
Did she find out?
She did know about that. They made a big deal about it, and they ripped up his photos of her in front of him and her and broke his camera, and she still, like, stayed and helped him clean it up. And I'm like, you know, I don't know, girl boss. I don't know about that.
How much I forget from, like, TV shows. I watch TV shows like all the time, a lot, and it's crazy. It's like, is it a waste of time if I'm forgetting this much of it? You know? Okay, Demogorgon.
Bad guys or villains I like. It's a puppy.
Yeah, he's iconic. Very iconic.
He's
this
iconic.
Thing, I was so confused.
The Mind Flayer?
Yeah, this is the Mind Flayer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Boring. I don't know.
Yeah, what did he even do? What did he even do?
I don't know, because in the end it was like psych. It was really Vecna the whole time. Vecna just needed his help or whatever. It's like a puppet to him. I don't know.
Yeah, he just like, he didn't even like physically do anything. He's just like a psychological thing. I guess, so he's boring.
Yeah, or feels nothing. I don't know. I mean, obviously their character, whatever you want to call it, you know, was like 2 seasons long of stuff, 2 and 3, but.
Yeah, I remember when they were like teasing him. I was like, at the end of season like 2, I think, or 3, no, 2, and I was like, oh shit, what is that? But okay, and then love Chrissy for a small time that she was on there.
Her whole conversation with Eddie was enough for me to just absolutely love her. I'm not gonna put her in Babes just because of the amount of time that we saw her, but yeah, I really wish we could have seen more of her and Eddie, and even the Duffer Brothers said that they didn't know that they would have such amazing chemistry, and they regret having to kill her off, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's kind of funny having a prissy character like that, Prissy Chrissy. She's gonna go buy some weed off of this dude, and nobody believes it. That's the whole
whole reason
progression
why.
of this plot. Like, no, she's too good to buy weed. She wouldn't do that from this individual, but she really was to help with her anxiety. It's pretty funny. So yeah, that's the list. That's everything. Real quick at the end, if you can do it real quick, because I couldn't find a season ranked video or tier list. What would your season rankings go? Be pretty easy because you just watch them just generically.
We're on 4 right now, right?
Yeah.
4.
Number 1, it has to be. In my personal
4, 2, 1, 3. Or
okay, so I have 4.
4, 3, 2,
4
1.
is number 1.
4 is number 1. One of the 2 or 3s is my last one. I think it's one of the halves with the mind flayers. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't as good.
Yeah, I think everybody off of everything I've heard pretty much agrees with that. 4, and then season 1, and then 2 or 3 because they both kind of fell off a little bit. But it definitely came back in such strong form with season 4.
We were nervous
Obviously,
hearing about how they were delaying it and kind of capitalizing on their COVID break or whatever you want to call it. But god damn. This season was just chef's
the
fucking
horror
kiss.
elements, the brutality, just the realism in it. You know, with that, I just hope they don't pull back next season. I hope they keep it up because I was talking. So my mom started watching the show. I think I already said this in my review, but my mom started watching it. She was like, "I don't like it. There's too much, you know, gore, killing, whatever, and you know, just too serious." And but in my opinion, that means that they were doing something right. You know, that means that they had it dialed at the right. So I hope they don't dial it back because, like, okay, some fans didn't like this, but I don't think they will because I think the majority, yeah, absolutely love this, and it came back stronger than ever. So that's our list. Let us know what your top characters are or your least favorite.
Agree to disagree. Don't come at us in the comments, please.
Yes, as well as I do realize that these tier lists get pretty long. They're a lot of fun to make, but just pro tip. Just if you can, put the video on 2 times speed. I do that for a lot of really long videos to get through them. So that's what it is. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.